What is going on, GBA Universe? My name is Brandon from your Average Noob Gaming, and welcome back to Week 6 of the Waiver Wire show here on the GBA D-League, where we take a Pokemon who's sitting in free agency and see where we can slot them onto a team in the D-League. And I have to tell you guys, this show is getting harder and harder to do by the week. These teams were drafted so well, and the coaches are getting better and better using each little piece of their team each week. It's basically coming up with small nitpicky things to find new Pokemon to slot onto different teams, and this week it came down to a Pokemon who just in the end had better stats than the other Pokemon. So this week, with no further ado, we're looking at the fighting psychic type, Gallade. Now when we look at Gallade's stats, we can see it has 68 HP, 125 attack, 65 defense, 65 special attack, 115 special defense, and 80 in speed. Now as you can see, it's going to make for quite the nice physical attacker and possibly sweeper if you can set it up properly, and this Pokemon I feel could take the place on a team that's doing really well this season, and I think it could take the place of Hitmonlee on the San Francisco Arcaniners, and let me tell you why. So the reason I even thought about this switch was after I watched George's battle with Will this week, where basically Hitmonlee was walled by Will's Crobat, and I thought to myself, Crobat really does a good number on Hitmonlee. It quadruply resists its stab, it's faster, and it hits back hard with something that's super effective against Hitmonlee, which made me think that a lot of bulky poison types really kind of do wall Hitmonlee. So I thought, what about a psychic fighting type? And I started to think about Gallade, and now Gallade probably wouldn't have helped much against the Crobat, ironically enough, but he could be a great Pokemon to have against things like Tentacruel, or Infernape, or Umbreon, Granbull, Hitmontop, or Nidoking, all of which currently reside in the D-League, purely because of his typing and his coverage, which are a couple characteristics that Hitmonlee are missing. He doesn't have that psychic stab, or he doesn't have the coverage that Gallade gets. The one thing Hitmonlee does have on Gallade is his speed, but I think I even have a way of overcoming that problem. So let's go to Pokemon Showdown, and I'll show you what I mean. So over here in Pokemon Showdown, you can see the first thing I want to show is a Hitmonlee, so you can get a taste of its base stats. This one's got a Choice Scarf, Reckless, High Jump Kick, Double Edge, Mach Punch, and Knockoff, with the Reckless helping out that High Jump Kick and Double Edge. Really powerful Pokemon. Just, I think Gallade kind of fills the role better of having that fighting sweeper, possibly. So here we go, getting into our Gallade sets. This one's got a Life Orb with Steadfast, Drain Punch, Zed Headbutt, Shadow Sneak, and Poison Jab. It's got 4 in HP, 252 in attack, and 252 in speed with the Adamant Nature. The whole point with this one is to kind of maybe predict a Fake Out, go out to the Gallade, get the Steadfast speed boost, and now you're kind of turning into that sweeper with the Shadow Sneak, so you're going to pretty much outspeed everything, have the Shadow Sneak with that huge attack stat with all those EVs in it with the Adamant Nature. It's going to be doing a lot of damage if you can predict that Fake Out, or something that'll flinch you if something's trying to flinch you over and over again. This one here is holding the Lumberry with Justified. It's got Swords Dance, Close Combat, Zen Headbutt, and Shadow Sneak. This one's good if you want to try and set up that Swords Dance, and if something wants to try and come in and burn you to cut that attack stat back down, your Lumberry's going to go off, and then next thing you know, you're hitting them again with, say, a Close Combat. It's going to do a lot of damage, put a hole in that team. This Gallade's great for being a physical wall breaker, so this set's for surviving those status ailments people will try to use to cripple your wall breaker. Next one I have here is the Choice Scarf Justified Ice Punch Knockoff Close Combat Zen Headbutt set with an Adamant Nature with 252 in attack, 4 in special defense, and 252 in speed. This one's just going to be nice to have a fast, hard-hitting Gallade. Basically, I didn't make it the Jolly Nature because it's already got the Choice Scarf, and that full attack stat's going to hurt a lot of Mons, and you got your Close Combat and Zen Headbutt in there for hard stab hitting moves, and knock off an Ice Punch to cover yourself for Dragon and Ground types and Flying types, and knock off to hit those opponents really hard who are holding items, which is basically every Mon that isn't holding a Mega Stone. Not to mention, if you time this out right and switch in on a special Dark move, you can probably get a lot more powerful with that Justified boost. And the last set I have here is the Choice Band Justified Trick Poison Jab Zen Headbutt Close Combat set. Now this set I kind of envisioned for those Assault Vest users who you kind of want to just cripple them. So if they start setting up on you, you can just trick and they're just stuck in that one setup move, and preferably have them be special, so that Choice Band's basically like them just holding a useless item, and then just start going to town on them with attacks. You got Poison Jab, Zen Headbutt, and Close Combat. The Poison Jab there for your Fairy coverage, and then Zen Headbutt and Close Combat for your stab coverage. So that could be a little bit of a fun set to run. But that is going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week. Like I said, these episodes are getting harder and harder to do as the weeks go on, because the coaches are just doing such a good job of utilizing these Pokemon so well. But just let me know, give me some feedback down below. What do you guys think of this? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think, hey, this could actually work? Do you think there's a complete other swap I'm not even thinking of? So I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Brandon from Your Average Noob Gaming, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.